You must immediately assess your surroundings after the time machine crash. Stay inside the wreckage for 5 minutes to regain composure. Check yourself for injuries and take inventory of any supplies that survived the crash. Your modern tools are now your most precious assets. You need to understand your environment quickly. The Pleistocene air is colder and contains less oxygen than what you're used to. Look for signs of large predators like dire wolves or saber-toothed cats. Their tracks are larger than modern wolves and lions. You must find high ground within the first hour. Climbing a tree or rocky outcrop will help you survey the landscape and spot potential threats. Water sources are your priority after safety. Listen for running streams and look for patches of green vegetation in the distance. The tundra environment offers limited shelter options. You need to locate rock formations or dense thickets within the next 2 hours. Your fire starter is crucial for survival. Gather dry grass, twigs, and any mammoth dung you find. It burns slowly like coal. You should collect wood immediately. The sparse trees in the tundra mean competition with megafauna for available resources. Don't eat any plants without absolute certainty of identification. Many modern edible plants had toxic ancestors. Your blanket is essential protection against temperatures that regularly drop below -20 degrees Fahrenheit or -29 degrees Celsius. Keep it dry at all costs. Construct a shelter using your paracord and available materials. A lean-to against a rock face offers protection from wind and predators. You must maintain a fire 24/7. The smoke will deter predators, and you'll need it for warmth and cooking any food you find. Look for flint deposits near limestone outcrops. You'll need backup fire-starting methods when your modern tools fail. Your machete can be used for defense, but avoid confrontations with Pleistocene megafauna. They're larger and more aggressive than modern animals. Create weapons within the first day. Sharpen wooden spears with your machete and harden the tips in fire. You should establish a daily routine. Regular patrols around your camp will help you spot animal patterns and potential threats. Conserve energy whenever possible. The lower oxygen levels mean you'll tire more quickly than in modern conditions. Your whistle can be used to scare away smaller predators, but be aware it might attract larger ones investigating the sound. Mark your territory with urine and smoke. Many Pleistocene predators will avoid areas with strong human scent markers. You must learn to read prehistoric weather patterns. Watch for mammoth herds. They often move before major storms. Keep your shelter entrance facing east. The morning sun will help warm you, and you'll have better visibility of approaching threats. Never sleep on the ground. Construct a raised platform using your paracord and available wood to avoid nocturnal predators. You should practice making tools daily. Stone knapping and wood carving skills will become essential as your modern tools wear out. Remember that survival is your only goal. Don't waste energy trying to fix the time machine or looking for other humans. Your knowledge of modern survival techniques must be adapted. The Pleistocene ecosystem operates differently than anything you know. Stay within a day's walk of your shelter. Getting lost in this era means certain death as you won't find your way back. Learn to identify edible roots and tubers. They're more reliable food sources than hunting in the sparse tundra environment. You must maintain your mental health. Talk to yourself, keep a routine, and focus on small daily improvements to your situation. Your survival depends on accepting this new reality. Those who waste energy hoping for rescue don't last long in prehistoric times. Begin your shelter search immediately. You have less than 30 minutes before cold exposure becomes dangerous. The Ice Age tundra offers little natural protection. Scan your crash site perimeter for large rock formations or dense tree clusters. These will serve as your shelter's backbone and windbreak. You must construct a lean-to shelter using your blanket and any salvaged materials. Angle at 45 degrees against prevailing winds. Gather long branches at least 2 inches thick for your shelter frame. You'll need approximately 12 to 15 sturdy pieces. Use your paracord to lash the branches together. Create a tight weave pattern. Any gaps will let precious heat escape. Layer pine boughs, grass, and moss over your shelter frame. Build this insulation layer at least 6 inches thick. Your fire pit must be positioned 6 feet from your shelter entrance. Dig down 8 inches to protect the flame from harsh winds. Collect 3 distinct sizes of firewood: tinder, kindling, and fuel logs. You'll need enough for 12 hours initially. Use your fire starter sparingly. It's irreplaceable. Create a tinder bundle from dry grass and small twigs. You must maintain your core body temperature above 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius. Hypothermia is your most immediate threat. Search for water sources within 1,000 feet of your shelter. Listen for running streams. They're less likely to be completely frozen. Break ice carefully if needed, but avoid eating snow directly. It will lower your core temperature dangerously. Melt ice or snow using your fire. You need minimum 2 liters of water daily to prevent dehydration in this climate. Create a rescue signal using 3 fires in a triangle pattern, spaced 30 feet apart. This is the universal distress signal. Use your whistle in 3 blast sequences. Sound carries far in cold air. Blow every 15 minutes during daylight. Check yourself for injuries methodically. Cold can mask pain, so inspect every limb carefully. Clean any wounds immediately with melted snow water. Use fire-sterilized cloth from your clothing if needed. You must stay mentally focused. Count your breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. This reduces panic. Survey your surroundings for megafauna tracks. Avoid areas with mammoth or cave bear signs. Construct basic weapons from sharpened branches. You need defense against Pleistocene predators. Your machete is precious. Use it sparingly and keep it clean. Cold can make metal brittle. Begin gathering edible plants you recognize from modern relatives. Grasses, roots, and berries if visible. Test each new plant carefully. Touch to skin, wait 30 minutes. Touch to lips, wait. Taste tiny amount, wait 8 hours. You must maintain a constant watch for weather changes. Look for cloud patterns indicating incoming storms. Create multiple caches of firewood and emergency supplies. Never keep all resources in one location. Your survival depends on establishing these basics within the first 24 hours. Each hour of daylight is precious. Remember, no modern rescue is coming. You must think long-term while acting for immediate survival. Build your shelter strong enough to last weeks. The Ice Age climate is unforgiving. There are no second chances. Keep your fire burning constantly. In this era, fire is your only protection against mega predators and extreme cold. Document your surroundings using marks on trees or rocks. You must create reliable navigation points in this alien landscape. Your long-term survival depends on establishing a sustainable food source in this Ice Age environment. Begin by identifying edible plants that resemble modern species. You must learn to recognize mammoth dung. It indicates nearby herds and contains valuable information about edible vegetation in the area. Watch for patches of wild grasses and sedges near water sources. These plants are your safest initial food source while learning the environment. Your hunting efforts should focus on smaller prey, like Arctic hares and ground-dwelling birds. Large megafauna are too dangerous to tackle alone. Construct multiple storage caches at least 15 feet above ground level. You need to protect your food supplies from scavenging dire wolves and cave bears. Learn to preserve meat by cutting it into thin strips and smoking it over a continuous low fire. This technique can make meat last for several weeks. You must maintain your core body temperature at all costs. Build your permanent shelter partially underground using mammoth bones for structural support. Create multiple ventilation holes in your shelter. Carbon monoxide poisoning from indoor fires is a silent killer you need to avoid. Your clothing needs regular maintenance. Use animal sinew as thread and bone needles to repair tears immediately before they worsen. Establish a daily routine of checking your snares and foraging routes. Predictable food sources are critical for long-term survival. You should always carry your fire starter materials. The ability to make fire quickly can mean the difference between life and death. Create backup tools immediately. Your modern equipment will eventually fail, and you need primitive replacements ready. Practice making cordage from plant fibers daily. You'll need hundreds of feet of strong rope for hunting, shelter, and tools. Your machete is invaluable. Keep it sharp using fine-grained rocks. A dull blade is dangerous and wastes precious energy. Monitor your mental health carefully. Isolation can lead to dangerous decision-making. Keep a daily log using charcoal on flat bones. You must learn the seasonal patterns. Track the sun's position and migration patterns of animals to predict weather changes. Create a calendar system using notches on bone. Losing track of time can disorient you and lead to poor survival planning. Store extra firewood inside your shelter. Wet wood can take days to dry, and you can't risk your fire going out in freezing conditions. Your water source needs protection from freezing. Dig a deep hole near your shelter and insulate it with grass and animal furs. Practice making fire using multiple methods. Your modern fire starter won't last forever, and you'll need primitive fire-making skills. Keep your sleeping area elevated and insulated. The ground will drain your body heat rapidly, even through thick furs. You should establish multiple escape routes from your shelter. Large predators may trap you inside if you only have one exit. Create specific areas for waste disposal at least 200 feet from your camp. Disease and predators are attracted to human waste. Your survival depends on avoiding injury. Even minor wounds can become life-threatening without modern medical care. Learn to read weather patterns in cloud formations. Sudden storms can trap you far from shelter if you're not vigilant. Keep your tools organized and easily accessible. Fumbling for equipment in an emergency situation could be fatal. You must maintain physical fitness. Regular exercise keeps you ready for sudden dangers and helps prevent injury. Create backup water collection systems. Use animal bladders and hollow bones to store emergency water supplies. Your food storage needs regular rotation. Eat older, preserved food first and continuously replace it with fresh supplies. Remember that your modern knowledge is an advantage. Use basic physics and chemistry to improve your survival techniques. Notice your time machine's power cells beginning to fail, leaving you with difficult choices ahead. Your technological advantages are fading. The quantum stabilizers now flash warning signals constantly. Recognize that your remaining modern tools must be used strategically as they deteriorate beyond repair. Survey your surroundings with renewed urgency, knowing you must adapt to fully primitive survival methods. Watch the ancient megafauna grazing peacefully in the distance, remembering you're now part of their ecosystem. Your knowledge of future technology becomes less relevant as you embrace Stone Age survival techniques. Gather extra firewood while you still have strength. The nights are growing colder and longer. Your muscles ache from weeks of constant physical labor, but you must continue gathering resources. Study the prehistoric plants around you carefully. They will soon be your only medicine. Practice making fire with friction methods now, while you still have modern fire starters as backup. Your hands are becoming calloused and strong, better adapted to working with primitive tools. Listen to the sounds of this ancient world. Learn to distinguish threats from natural ambient noise. Accept that rescue is impossible. No one will search for you across millions of years. Your best chance lies in fully embracing this new reality as your permanent home. Watch how the prehistoric animals survive. They are now your teachers in this ancient wilderness. Feel the weight of time itself as you witness Earth's distant past firsthand. Your modern clothing is wearing thin. You must master working with hides and plant fibers. The stars above look different in this ancient sky. Learn their patterns for navigation. Notice how your thinking has shifted from escape to acceptance of your new existence. Your remaining modern tools grow more precious each day. Use them only when absolutely necessary. The seasonal changes are becoming more familiar as you sync with prehistoric natural cycles. Observe how your body has grown leaner and stronger, adapted to this prehistoric environment. Your senses have sharpened. You can smell approaching storms and hear distant movements. The ancient landscape no longer feels alien. It's becoming your true home. Watch your last technological devices flicker and die, marking the end of your modern connections. Your knowledge of the future seems like a distant dream as you fully embrace primitive life. Feel a strange peace settle over you as you accept your place in Earth's ancient story. Look up at the pristine prehistoric sky, untouched by human civilization. Your journey through time has led you to become part of this ancient world. The eternal stars above witness your final transition into Earth's distant past. Let the ancient winds carry your spirit across these prehistoric plains. Your existence merges with the timeless rhythms of Earth's ancient days. Accept the profound silence of a world yet untouched by humanity's future.